Welcome to Mystic Moods. I hope you're doing well. This is the beginning of the day. It's early in the mountains. Beginning of the week. You can ask what week. You can also say, what does it matter what week it is? It's the beginning, it's early, and we have the day and the week ahead of us. And we have to ask ourselves each day of each week, right now, the energy in the world is so kinetic, so terribly kinetic. You wonder which way it's going, even though in your guts, you know which way it's going. And the way that it's going, it's crazy. It's absolutely insane, but it's not exactly insane. It's not like picking your nose and walking around in circles and acting silly like a clown. It's more or less insane on a primordial level. It's insane on a very greedy, crazy level. And that's when you realize when you have such greed that you ask yourself, what is the truth? What is my truth? What is the truth? And you look at your neighbors, you look at your people in your community, your people in your town, your cities, your countryside, your state. You look at them and you wonder, what is the truth? And then you hear and feel. You hear inconsistencies. You hear rumors. You hear things. Things that just don't go, they don't add up. They don't add up. And then you ask, these inconsistencies and things that are not adding up, you go, somebody's trying to sucker me. Somebody's trying to pull the wool over my eyes. Someone is trying to tell me what I see with my eyes doesn't make any sense. So then wait a minute, I see this in front of my eyes. I feel it up. And wait a minute, something smells. All your senses are telling you something smells. And then you start going tick, tick, tick. You just start the list. The list of this is not true. Wait, this is not true. And then you go, wait a second. Why should this person of this philosophy feel that their philosophy is the best? Why should my philosophy take second tier location? Why? Because I thought it? Because it's my belief? It's not something that's told to me? Like I'm some sort of brain dead imbecile idiot? No. You're not an idiot, people. We're not idiots. You and I are not idiots. We feel things. And then if you're feeling, oh, I feel an empathetic something or other, somebody's stuttering some kind of response to me to make me feel uptight. But I'm not uptight because I believe in the universe. You believe in the universe. If somebody say, hey, you just, popped up from a tree and stand, hello, how are you, hon? You just popped up off a tree and you just said, hey, ugh, ugh. You didn't have to go to school and learn and do these things and jump up and down and run in the mouse wheel to get your degree of knowledge. No. That's one thing about humans. We were born with knowing. And you could almost say these societies all over the world, your country, my country, have been playing games on us. Games. I love that's good. Thank you. No, I mean playing games, and wait a minute. Life is more serious, especially when somebody says, "What do you have to eat? Where are you living? What are you doing?" I'm living, man. I'm a living person talking to me. But there's people that just are jealous that you or societies, which is a collection of people, that don't believe that you have the right to breathe. How are you? Hi, hi, hi. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the beginning of the week. And they say you don't have any right to have a good morning. You don't have any right to have this week. You don't have the honor because we have bestowed it on you. The blessings, the blessings. All these kings and queens. All these kings and queens are on our case because they feel that we're having fun. Where they feel that we may be contacted. You know what I think? I think they think that we may be contacted by beings extraterrestrials from other planets. You got to be putting me on if you think I have to wait for you to tell me it's cool. It's cool to think this way. It's cool to do this. It's cool. And they have names for people who think outside that little box, cheese box they put us in like little mice. You can only eat this much. You can only do this. Why are we? It's like society's going to fall apart. We're going to fall apart unless we follow their bull, their BS, their BS. And I say, wait a minute. Why are we just some random killing hostile idiots without your experts, right? Without your telling us what to do, your P's and Q's. I don't need the 10 Commandments to tell me I should not kill. And it's funny, funny, funny. It's seriously unfunny, though. Why people who are telling you, giving you the 10 Commandments, are the ones doing all the killings. The first thing is do not kill. Do not kill. Do not murder. Do not covet your neighbor's goodies, your neighbor's house, your neighbor's land, your neighbor. Do not covet. Do not compare. Think about how you can enrich yourself in line with your mission for your brief time here on this planet, in this universe, in this form. But no, we don't go there. We have to have all these rules, like on the seventh day, on the third day, wear this, wear that, genuflect, kneel, bow. No. But are the universe telling you to do this, and why? Or are the gods, the lesser G gods, telling us this? And why do we really feel that we can boss other people around? Why do we? And this is neighbor versus neighbor. So, I mean, and then you realize, wait a minute, this, again, here we go again. It doesn't add up. This is crap. So, in this world, what is the truth? The truth is so spectacular, so fantastic, that we're not even allowed, I say that, allowed, to even wish that we had a difference. Like we're told in certain countries by the color of your skin, by the level of your education, we're told that you're stupid. Essentially, you're stupid, and you need hello, yes. Well, I'm doing a readings for if you wish to anyone who wishes to have a private reading, not a private, a personal reading, because a private is when you email me and you ask me a question, and the details are in the description where to email me. But it's just, if you want a personal reading, you cash out me or buy me a coffee. In the meantime, I'm talking about all of us, a collective, where we're going. This lies. Like are we descendants from giants? Are we descendants from the Asgards, the Anunnaki? What is all of this? And we're not told any of this. We're just told we swung from the trees as apes. And all of a sudden, we had to stand up on our feet and we lost our hair and, those funny thumbs we used to have. And we all know it's crap. It's absolute crap. It's absolute crap. And let's clear the spirits. So the lies, even the fact of like wars are fought, they scare me, mommy. It sounds like that. Doesn't sound like a toddler going, these wars. Oh, but I'm scared of you because of the way you look and the way you talk. Oh, really? So let's kill him. Let's kill them. That's the philosophy today. Oh, and you're threatening me because you look strong, because you look beautiful, because you look like you can take care of yourself without me telling you how to take care of yourself. That is what the deal is. And then we go, well, I can get all these people to follow my lead because that's a society. Unquestioning devotion to what you can perceive or what is being perceived to you as normalcy. Normal. It's normal to say, I will do everything you say because you are in the position of power. But without power, the power is only that you give that creature that is telling you to do against the very thing that they should not do, like do not kill. And if you think someone is preaching love and happiness, well, then they'll just call you another name. And but we all want love and happiness. And we also want to know the truth. We want to know what are all these buildings that's been here since the beginning of time. Our ancestors have even questioned the same thing. And yet we are nowhere near solving or being at least loudly, socially, massively in the masses of how these buildings and how these things got to come into being. And we're told that people on horses, these little, strong little ponies, pick granite stones, and these skinny little men pull these and women and pull these huge rocks together to form these monolithic, huge, precise things, buildings, apparatus, houses, towers, palaces, right? But yet we ourselves in our societies, we can't even like make a mud hut without consultation, right? And it would look like a mud hut. So there's so many things that Western societies and Eastern societies that follow the Western ways are like in perplexion in are perplexed about. They're puzzled. How did these things happen? Well, let's see. How did these things happen? Even the fact that you take today, we're saying that like we have all these countries, all these countries are bankrupt. They have no money. They have no gold. And we have countries that do have money and they do have gold. Now we have the poor countries saying, "Oh, we have to steal like a snake, steal other people's wealth to get it ahead, to get ahead." Now, do you, as a lover of life, looking for your mate, looking to secure your home, your family, do you steal from your neighbor to get your things together? That's not very neighborly, is it? That is not very neighborly. And is it allowable? Oh no, oh no. But do countries steal from each other? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. They do. Can you steal from love? What kind of love can you have if you have to steal for it, right? Can you trust your other partner, your partner, if they had to steal to get your love, your affection? And is that person that you love? Look at that. We have here the Seven of Swords, and we have the Magician. It's almost like a negative way of obtainment, of getting. And you'd have to be on your guard, defensive. This is the state of where we live in. The Five of Swords. We just want to steal what you have. We don't want to share. And then we're going to use tricks. I'll bomb you if you don't give me everything. I'll bomb you. I'll do this. I'll do that. Because you scare me because you're self sufficient. You scare me because you can handle yourself. You scare me because you have a civilization that does not worship me. Right? You do not worship me. It's all about the me's. Maybe it's because a lot of just greedy. Now I was going to say something like age wise. Nah, nah, nah. It's just greedy. Greedy people who like want other people to worship them. Pay attention. I'm insignificant, but if I scream loud enough, threaten, and bully, you pay attention to my tricks. And then I can come in and we'll have this kind of atmosphere swooping and defensive posture and ready to cut somebody's head off. That's what we're living in. That's the world that we're living in right now. That's the truth. Is this how you make the truth? You make the truth by falsehoods and truth. And people are saying in power, say, you can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth, right? Making decisions as to what you emotionally, intellectually can handle because they feel they farm fed you, farm bred you. I'll put it that way. They bred you to be idiots, us people to be idiots. And if we think differently, that's not good breeding, right? That's not good breeding. So that's where we're at. And that is unfortunate in a way. In many ways, it's not. It's not cool. It's not cool. Because you can't, lies. One thing about lies, when you get a little bit of air, if you're being lied to, you get truth. You get truth. You get the truth. You know, if you're wasting your time in a love relationship, you know you're wasting your time, and you're never going to in a career, a job with these people, this job. You know they're never going to give you the time of day. You're just there to be their lackey. All these things. That's the truth. You're never going to get ahead. But we as humans have a desire to survive. The strong survive. The weak ones, they'll take their drugs, they'll drink their booze, they'll screw everything in sight, make their life fulfilling in whatever shallow way, momentarily shallow way they can, to compensate for their lack of strength, their lack of resolve, their inability to be. And that's what many societies seek to destroy, your ability to see, to be. Because a broken population, a broken person, an incomplete person is easier, much easier to control, much easier to act out their particular fantasies. And when I say their fantasies of of being bossed around, of bossing, and the receiving end of whatever ass whooping, or what would you say it? Role play, cosplay, the dominant and submission. Dominant and submission. That's a very, very sick game. And that's what's happening right now. And in terms of people not telling you the truth, lovers, jobs, countries, not countries towards its civilization, towards its people, countries towards other countries. Oh, don't do this. Like right now, you take the situation we're living under in the Middle East. Now, and that's other places too, because you can put it in your community too. When somebody's trying to drive you out, somebody has an angst towards you because you make them look lousy, because they can't boss you around, because you're not there going, oh, what shall I think? Oh, what shall I do? Oh, tell me, oh great wise fool, tell me, what shall I do? Oh seer, once again, these are foolish people. Foolish people believe other foolish people. And then somewhere along the line, they think they have wisdom. Wisdom. What is wise and what is stupid? What is wise and what is stupid? The truth. The truth is that we've been living a lie. Every single thing we've been taught in our educational system. And you can feel, I'm educated. I know about Darwinism and what's the other one? There's another, I can't think of the name of it, but it's as though desired traits, gene traits are passed on. It's different from, it's like if, let's say you have you have an organism and somebody steps burns the feet of one of an organism. And then that all those cells remember that pain and they pass it on to whatever they reproduce with, and so forth and so on. But I mean, that's just a small analogy. But you get there's a name, there's a person who did that too. I forget right now. But the point is, yes, we do remember things in a cellular level. Of course we do. But it's the educational systems which beat that out of your head or put it in perspective to like don't trust your own thoughts. I guess in the same way, if somebody, some relative, some ancestor killed someone, that sensation, whether they felt empathy, remorse, or satisfaction, would also be passed down. That's an interesting thing to think about. It's weird, isn't it, for people who practice war? I guess that's why they put armies, like people who join the army, like there's branches of like the Marines that really like to kill people. They do. They love to inflict pain. It's a perfect thing. It's the same thing like any type of policing thing to do. And then there are good cops too and good Marines. I'm not saying that, but it's also an avenue for psychopaths, isn't it? Psychopaths, because they get to harm other people without thinking. Wow, that was fun. People do that. People do that. We know that. That's why you have leaders, indiscriminately bombing, maiming other people that they do not know. They don't want to know. And but you think just go, huh, that was fun. We've all seen the clips of wartime, the pilots giggling as they gun down people. We also, and people, and boots on the ground. We've also seen that. And it's all about the money. 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 That's all it is. How much money can I make on these hundreds and thousands of dead bodies? Because I can steal their land when they're not there. I can take their houses. I can live in their houses. I have their goods. It's all about possession. Possession. As if they could take it to the afterlife, but they don't care about the afterlife. They just care about right now in this particular body. And that's the element of humanity that other planets in the planetary universal scene, that's not very like going over well. Of course, there are other planets that have the same type of cannibalistic, no regard for others attitude. So, it's almost warlike, gets a certain type of satisfaction, and peace like gets another type of satisfaction, right? So, anyway, do you want to examine the truth in your life? Do you want to examine where you yourself are going with this lying, two faced world? Two faced, three faced, five faced. And this whole BS, oh, machines are going to, AI and ML, machine learning, is going to make things so much dystopic, crazy, crazy, unconscious, how this, how that. Oh yeah, and who's going to be better for whom? For whom? Well, if you would like a reading, just let me know, and we can see what kind of falsehoods and just stumbling blocks are in your way to your truth. What kind of answers? What kind of dreams are you being told not to dream? type of truth are you told not to dream? Actually, I was under the impression for some reason that this was the beginning of the week. Ooh, time is. Maybe I was in the beginning of the week. The beginning of summer. Summer solstice is a few days from now. Hello, if you would like a reading, if you want to see your truth, if you are interested in what is around you, I can give a private reading, personal reading. We're told that like the next few weeks you're going to have relatively pins and needles times about like wars and trade and all these things that are really beyond our control in some ways. You think they are. Or it's just run by a bunch of madmen or people that are spewing stories about other people. We don't know. But we know that human nature is human nature. And we know that greed is the center of all. And wanting what others have and what you do not take the time to cultivate, or you're just too busy, they have, they have, they have. And that goes in love too, and jobs and everything else in life. What they have, they have, they have. Instead of just concentrating on your place in the universe, your place in the universe, and what you have to do to get yours. And it doesn't mean the deconstruction of others. If you want a yes no question, $5 donation would be appreciated. And if you want a longer reading, 25. And we'll get into exactly what your truths are and what the lies you're living in, or the falsehoods, or what is the truth? What is? What is? What is? What is? What peace is war? War is peace? All these sorts of like stories you're being told. You'll be safe if we attack this person. You'll be safe. There's no safety. I mean, a tree could fall on your head, right? Or a bug can bite you. You can swallow an insect. It's toxic. All these are open to questions. 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 Hello, welcome to this beautiful day. It is truly beautiful up in the mountains today. First nice day we've had in weeks, days. I can't remember the last time we had a nice day. Whether it will remain a nice day, I haven't looked at the weather forecast recently. But it is a beautiful day. And I wish all the people in the world to have a beautiful, beautiful day, morning, feeling positive, feeling yourself,